You.
Me. Good morning, everybody, and hello. I am Mark, and
I am Nicole.
we are.
Mark and Nicole.
That's true. Still, we are
Him,
and her.
and her.
Realty.
And I'm wearing my shirt
Oh,
today.
look at that thing! Isn't that awesome?
This way we know which side we need to sit on to
Yeah,
be
that's
true
good.
to our brand, but
And that way you guys can say, "Hey, I want one of those. How do I make it happen?" The best way to make it happen is to either buy or sell a home with us. But we can certainly do other things than that and get you one too.
yes. And Merry Christmas.
Ooh,
you can
yeah.
buy them for Christmas presents because they're so cute.
Right?
Look
Yeah,
at it.
we are. I'm not sure when this is gonna hit the airwaves for you guys. Probably in the next week or so. But this is actually, where are we? November? Should we tell them?
It'll hit tomorrow.
It will. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because we're caught up.
Okay. Today's November 30th. Just so you know.
Yeah, tomorrow. Or are we doing? We're doing Thursdays, right? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
We changed to Thursday, so this is going up tomorrow because today is Wednesday.
Nice. Should we tell them where we are, or do they have to guess?
We're in my house.
I'm
You see my family?
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Right, look at that
Look
family
at
picture up there.
Oh.
Right in Nicole's place.
My
So,
babies.
if you know where that is,
Don't
congratulations.
visit.
Right? Yeah. She doesn't do office work here, just so you know.
You start.
Oh yeah.
Tell us what
Last
we're gonna-
time we talked or chatted with you guys or sent out a video, we were still talking about buyers, and we're still doing that today. And where we left off is we were showing you a whole multitude of homes that were in the thanks for fixing that. That were in the Bed Bath, amenities, all that stuff that you're looking for, and you guys are working on the process of narrowing it down by us showing you all these lovely homes, and you're taking notes and pictures and those things, and you're comparing all those things with your spouse or whoever. And you're making a final decision. And today we're talking about you've made a final decision. You know that particular home that you want, you've fallen in love with it, and you're saying, let's make the offer. And we're talking about how that happens.
So, we leave the house and you say, let us think about it, whatever. I mean, sometimes we get people that are like, we need to make an offer now. So, we take them to the office and we can write it up. Or we just say, you know what, we've spent the last 5 days going to millions of homes and you're done with it, so you head home, take care of your family. We'll get all the paperwork written up and we'll send you we have electronic signing, so it makes it really easy that we don't have to take up more time than necessary. So we can send you those papers, you can sign them, look them over, we can kind of go over them over the phone, whatever's more comfortable for you, because we can also do it in person and sign them in person online. Online it's easier because we have a digital signature. It's easier for us to have it uploaded and stuff, but we can do that in person as well.
Yeah,
just
and
whatever works best for you.
Yeah, and through a quick conversation, we can decide the big points of the contract. What's the price that you're gonna offer for it, any of the terms in that agreement that are really important to you, maybe them potentially paying some of your closing costs if you're working with a lender. All those things that we'll talk about are the big bulletized points in there, but the rest of the contract, all the little dot the I's, cross the T's things that we have to do, we can just do on our own, right. And then send those to you electronically. That works super well.
And another point, there are many different ways that we can negotiate your situation. Sometimes people like to offer a lower price on the home and pay the typical fees of closing costs, or sometimes they like it to kind of almost roll over into the house. So they'll say, we'll give you full price, but we want the seller to pay all of our closing costs, or 3%, or whatever it may be. There's different ways we can structure it. So we also go over those possibilities with you so that you kind of have a best scenario put together for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of a game plan. So we know everyone likes to negotiate a little bit. Those sellers are going to want certainly the highest price for their home, but they realize when they put it on the market for this listing price, it may or may not bring that full listing price. And they're certainly aware of that at the time. Mm-hmm. So we can say, yeah, this place is probably really going to close for X amount of dollars, and here's our negotiating room. And some of that is kind of a game that we have to play, because there might be counter offers to that first offer that we put in with you. And how does that work?
So counter offers, there's legality that goes in between that. So per se, we put an offer in and we give them a certain amount of time, and time is of the essence with all of our dealings. Mm-hmm. There's timelines we have to meet, and when we get to the timeline that we tell them, hey, you have till noon on the next day, the following day, to respond to our offer. That gives them, one, it gives them a timeline that they may need to make a decision, so they can't drag it out for you. Two, if something happens and they tend to get another offer, or something of that sort, then they can choose to deny your offer and whatnot. So we try to kind of make that a tight timeline so that it's a best scenario for you. Then if they come back and they say, okay, we're okay with the full asking price, which why wouldn't you be, but we're not going to pay all 3% of your closing costs, or whatever you negotiated in there, and they say, well, we'll do X amount of dollars to it. At that point, that's your out. You can either say, you know what, if there's all different kind of scenarios. Say you found another house that all of a sudden came on the market and you're super excited about it, and these people, kind of were not working with you at all with their counteroffer. Then you can say, nope, sorry, it's not going to work for us. So you can then pull out of the offer, or you can choose to say, okay, yeah, I'm okay with that part, but I think so you can negotiate back and forth. Now, the more negotiating you do, the more chances you give one another to back out of the deal. So
absolutely, yeah. And just to clarify that, so when that first offer goes in, if they sign it and say, we agree to all these terms, it's a done deal. That contract stands right as it is. And that counteroffer, again, gives you that potential out for either party.
Which is frustrating. I do feel like people do need to understand these are contracts. These are binding contracts. So to think that you can go in and throw an offer at a place and then not think about it fully through, and then later think, well, I don't know if I really like that house. That's not okay. You need to make that decision before we write up the offer.
That's absolutely true.
Because I've had a lot of people, they just don't take the
right.
contracts seriously, and
it's just bad business. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad for everybody concerned. Yeah, so we can certainly want to tell you guys more about that, how it works. We let all our customers know, every little tiny detail of what's in those contracts and why, answer every question imaginable, and let you really understand how this process works. Certainly we take care of all that on our side, so you don't have to, but it's good to know why, if, and when, and how, all those other questions. That being said, next week we'll talk more about what happens when we finally get a contract that's signed and it's agreed on both parties, go through inspections and those sort of things, title company, all that kind of stuff. Not to let the cat out of the bag on anything, but it's going to be amazing. So
good stuff.
Yeah, always good stuff. Anything else right now?
We had a few questions that I wanted to, and I didn't. I wanted to kind of touch on that people had asked. For sell by owners, some people have asked, what if I want to sell my home by myself? We have found it doesn't work so well. Usually people will list their home for sale on their own, and then they drag it out. Usually it's about 5 months that they'll give it a good go.
Yeah.
And then they end up putting it on the market with a realtor. So just so you know, it kind of drags out your process. So if you're in any kind of a hurry, I would just skip that and just go straight to it, because I'd say 90% of the time they end up being listed with a realtor.
Yeah, and some people don't understand how that process works. And for us and for most agents, talking to us about listing your home potentially doesn't cost you anything. You can say, no, I want to really just go at it on my own. We're willing to certainly step in there, help you out best that we can without listing your home, and tell you a little bit about the market, how that works, what we think your home is worth in the current marketplace, how, time and time frame and all that sort of stuff. If some people still want to go it by themselves, we're certainly willing to let them do that and say, hey, just keep us in mind if you get to that point where you are more anxious to want to sell and you feel like you need to list it. So
yeah, us talking to you doesn't lock you in.
Yeah, we're glad to do that.
Paperwork.
Right? Yeah. That is a binding contract. When you say, hey, we want you to list our home, then we are your listing agents. But everything right before that, it's all free.
Advice.
So yeah, and we're glad to do that. A lot of people, when they go to list their home by themselves, they're not aware of how the market works or how real estate in general works. and we're willing to share all that information with you for free. Yay!
Because we're nice like that.
Right. And not every agent does that. It's, hey, we're going to list your home or not. But we're willing to talk with you guys because really it's about us creating relationships with everyone that's out there. If you want to sell your home by yourself, you might have a neighbor that is looking for a great agent. And hey, if you could recommend us, that'd be awesome. So, sorry that's long-winded, but that is a big piece of what we work with continuously. So,
Yes.
yeah.
I think that's about it. What do you think?
I think that's it. Yeah, we're glad to throw some videos out here. I feel like we're caught up now. It's like you haven't seen a video, but we were a little bit ahead before, and we've taken a couple of weeks off. So I hope your Thanksgiving was great. By the way, we just got done with that last week, and like I said, we're sitting at the very end of November, last day of November right now. So we're excited about Christmas coming up. The market is still great generally. Things are moving. We'd say the market's still hot. So yeah, it's a great time to list, great time to buy. So look to us for either.
We're here.
Hey, really appreciate you guys. All your questions that you're getting out to us, all the comments. So keep that going. And we will visit with you soon.
We'll see you next week.
Have a great day.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye.